What is going on? Just here with my big old trophy. That's right, champion. It's a championship trophy. So I'm gonna have that here the whole stream, just so you guys will get jealous of it. But yep. All right. So today we are doing the final mock draft of the 2021 season. As you know, round one of the NFL draft is tonight. So this is going to be 100% accurate round one with trades. Probably won't do too many trades because I don't think there will be that many this year. Probably 3 in the first round, I'd say. So let's get this pulled up. We'll start a mock draft. First off, I want to say I watched the movie Draft Day 3 times this week, getting prepared for Draft Day. And that movie is one of the most unrealistic draft movies I've ever seen in my entire life. So just want to say that. All right. Hey, Brandon, how are you, man? You like this trophy? This could be yours next year. Probably not. It'll probably stay with me, but could be yours. So I got this hat on because my hair's kind of messed up. So I just went to the pool. So, but got my Tua jersey on, even though we might trade for Deshaun Watson. I'm hearing that. So we'll see. But all right, let's pull this up, share the screen. All right. So it's gonna be the same as every time. There are trades, but probably won't be too many. Just because I don't really feel like there's gonna be that many trades going on in real life. All right. And I will get my I'm taking a shower right after this. I just got out of the pool, so I'm gonna get my camera out, and that way you can see the screen a little better. All right. So with the first pick, I'm gonna put in Trevor Lawrence. I'm about 95% sure it's Trevor Lawrence. The other 5% would be a trade back scenario mixed with a little bit of Justin Fields, but go with Trevor Lawrence. The second pick, we haven't really heard much from the Jets organization about anything other than Zach Wilson. So we'll go ahead and keep that there, but it could be a smokescreen. Watch out for a guy like Justin Fields to actually be the pick there. And then at number 3, the Fields at 1. It could be Fields at 1, dude. Don't be surprised. I think they would trade back to 2 in that situation if they wanted Fields. But yeah, I got there's a 5% chance, man. Trask jumping up to 1. I think there's a chance Trask jumps up to 19 or 20. I believe that. I don't think it's going to happen, but I believe it. It could. All right, at number 3, people are saying it's between Trey Lance and Mac Jones. I don't believe that one bit. Really, I think the 49ers are smokescreening us with both of those. I think the actual pick is going to be Justin Fields, and that's why you haven't heard anything about it. There's a reason why last week or the week before that, all of a sudden stuff gets out about his epilepsy. Who do you think leaked that? I guarantee it's the 49ers organization. So yeah, Trey, you're right. All right, Justin Fields. So at number 4, the Falcons. Right here, this is when teams are going to be calling up because Trey Lance is still on the board. Teams want this pick. Teams have been making calls to them over the past couple of weeks to see if what the price is for 4. I think this is where you could see the first trade actually happen. But I think they're going to be too stingy with it, and I really do think they've fallen in love with Kyle Pitts. I mean, they've got a couple more years of Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan could go for another 3-4 years of dominance. So you get him another weapon, and then in the second, third, fourth round, you fix this defense up, and maybe they can make a little bit of a splash. So I think it's Kyle Pitts. I'm honestly about 90% sure on that one as well. And then the other 10% goes to trading out. Or 8% to trading out, 2% to them taking Trey Lance themselves, but I don't see it. Bengals, this is also another trade out spot. I don't think they get Sewell. I do think it's Ja'Marr Chase. So we'll do that. I'd say I'm about 70% sure Ja'Marr Chase. That's my confidence rating on that. Next would be the Dolphins. Teams are still probably calling up if they want to trade up for Trey Lance. Miami could go with Penei Sewell. I hear a lot of people wanting them to go with Penei Sewell. I am not one of those people. If they go with them, I'll be okay with it. But he's a guy who is super athletically gifted, super strong, super young, and his inexperience on top of his technique and footwork is what really holds him back from being great. And you're asking a guy with bad footwork who's only played on the left side of the line to switch over and play right tackle for you. So he's going to have to switch up his footwork, switch up his stance on a guy that's already not good with footwork. I think it's a lot more difficult than people are saying. So I think they pass up on Penei Sewell because they need a right tackle, not a left tackle. I mean, technically they need a left tackle too because Austin Jackson's not that good. But I think they pass up. I think this is where you see someone try to trade up for Trey Lance. So at 15, Patriots are probably trying to trade up. They're not going to trade with the Patriots. They're not going to give them a franchise quarterback. At 19, you can see them maybe try to trade up, but I think they're good with Fitzpatrick for a year and getting a guy in the second round or a guy next year. Chicago's desperate, but I don't think they trade with Chicago. So realistically, they either go all the way back here, trade with the Saints, who I'm hearing wants to come up. Yeah, I know Joe Burrow needs protection, but they're not going to do it. They've been interviewing second and third round guys on the offensive line. They have about 10 different interviews with second or third round offensive linemen. They don't have any with the first round offensive linemen. They're set on Ja'Marr Chase, which I don't agree with it, but so I don't see Miami trading back. I think they're going to go and get their guy. They field some offers. Unless someone gives them a boatload to move up, I don't think it's going to happen. So I think they're going to go with Jalen Waddle. I'll be okay with this pick as a Dolphins fan, but I would much rather get Micah Parsons or trade back. Oh, man, that Micah Parsons pick would be so nice. All right, well, it's going to be Jalen Waddle. Okay. Yeah, I know I'm doing it right now. Sorry, I got to disconnect my phone to the shower speaker. All right. Okay. So moving on to Detroit Lions, another spot to trade back. And I could see Detroit trading back. You know, they're in a rebuild. They could take Trey Lance. You're so stupid. They could take Trey Lance and have him be their franchise quarterback. And I could see them doing that. But I could also see them trying to work with Jared Goff and just trying to get a bunch of picks for the next few years. The only problem is who's trading up for this pick. Who wants Trey Lance? Is it the Patriots? Maybe. Patriots haven't traded up in the draft, in the first round of the draft. In how long? Chicago? Maybe. Are they in the same division? I don't think so. They're both NFC. No, NFC North is Chicago. Detroit's with the Vikings. I don't know. I don't think they're in the same division, though. That's the point. All right. So I honestly don't think that okay, you know what? Let's make this trade happen. I like that. But I don't think they're trading up for a quarterback. That's the thing. I think they're trading up for a corner. But if we wanted to, we could see. Yeah, let's try to trade this pick. So we've got NFC Lions. We're going to trade back with NFC. There we go. So we'll give up the 7th pick. They'll give us 28. Next year's one. And because the thing is, with the cap situation, the New Orleans Saints really can't spend too much money on draft picks. But they're also going to need some guys. So that's kind of the thing. They've got draft picks. They don't really have all the money for their draft picks over the next couple of years. So I think they probably just go with, they'll give the first rounder this year, first rounder next year, and a second rounder next year. And that's a very likely trade. So I think we see New Orleans move up into the top 10. Let's see if they accept it. There we go. Now, the thing is, do they trade all that for a corner? Or even Micah Parsons, a linebacker? I don't think so. So let's go let's go ahead and give them Trey Lance. I feel like I've already messed up this mock draft, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm hearing they want to trade in the top 10. Why else would they want to, except for J.C. Horn or a quarterback? So we'll give him Trey Lance. And now, yeah, YOLO. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now, man. All right. So now we've got the Panthers on the clock. And I think this one's pretty easy. They're running to the board. They're not looking to trade. No one's wanted. No. Yeah, I'm yeeting this mock draft. No one's wanting Mac Jones right now. I think you see Mac Jones tumble tonight, which was an artificial tumble anyways, because no one was talking about him before the mid-first round until San Francisco traded up. So they're running up to the board, getting Penei Sewell to secure that offensive line. Because I was reading, the Panthers have not had the same starting left tackle for the last 5 or 6 years. It's been a different left tackle every single year for the past 5 or 6 years. So they're going to get their franchise guy at left tackle. He's got some technique stuff to fix, but he's going to be a beast. So artificial tumble. Yep. Did I say artificial? Did I say that? Oh my God. Wow, I didn't know I used words like that. That was pretty impressive. All right. So now the Denver Broncos are on the clock. They just picked up Teddy Bridgewater for a 6, so they're going to have their quarterback battle there. So they can either get an offensive lineman, kind of secure that. They can get a cornerback. They could also go Micah Parsons. But I think they want to trade back. So people that would want to trade up, someone trades up for a corner. Someone maybe trades up for another tackle. I don't think anyone's trading up for these guys right here, other than I know Miami wants to come back into the top 10. They've been talking about it to get their boy Micah Parsons, who's going to be a stud. He's going to take that Kyle Van Noy role. He's going to be an absolute unit in there. So we'll go ahead and make a trade. Let's see. What do you want, Denver? Technically, I should be asking what does. All right, let's just give me 1 second. So they could get linebacker. Also, cornerback is a nice little thing. So you know what I'm going to do? Let's do this. Let's make the trade. Ready? We're going to get cheeky with it. We're going to be Denver. The Broncos, they're over here. There we go. And they're going to be trading with Miami. So for the 9th pick, Miami is going to give up 18. They're going to move from 18 to 9. And they're going to give up Xavier Howard. So we'll just say this. Yeah, just throw a pick in there. It doesn't matter. All right, so Xavier Howard, who should have been defensive player of the year last year, had 12 picks in 16 games, who is wanting to get paid more and has not gotten any deal done with the Miami Dolphins. He just signed a new what are those guys? Agents. Just signed a new agent that is known for getting players traded or paid in free agency. And he's gotten like 4 guys off of the Miami Dolphins in the last 7 years. So I think we're going to trade him on draft day, and I think we're going to use him as a piece to get 18 up to 9. So, I mean, I would love to keep him, but that's all right. So now we are missing. Miami is going to be down a good corner, but we did get a corner last year who hopefully can step into that. So Micah Parsons, congratulations, you're on the Miami Dolphins. If the Miami Dolphins did do this, I would call this a win. In the first round, you come out with arguably the best defensive player and the best receiver in the draft. Awesome. I would rather have gotten Kyle Pitts, obviously, or even just stayed away from receiver in general in the first round, just because the receiving core that they have really isn't that bad. The problem is the depth. Last year at back of the year, they had 3 guys injured and had 2 guys opted out. So, I mean, your best receiver was Mac Hollins because just the depth isn't there. So, but that's okay. You've got Will Fuller and Jalen Waddle on the field at the same time. It's going to be a matchup nightmare. So go ahead through that. All right. Now you got Dallas on the board. Dallas needs secondary help so badly. They also need offensive line because their offensive line is getting old. They also need linebacker. They also need defensive tackle. So Detroit needs a lot. Right now, they're going to go best position available. I think J.C. Horn's the guy, but I think that they're in love with Patrick Surtain. So we'll go ahead and give him Patrick Surtain. I think J.C. Horn's better. He's physical. He's athletic. And he's great man-to-man. Patrick Surtain's not terrible. I like Patrick Surtain too. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think he's a top 10 pick. And I think he'll struggle a little bit in the first half of the year. All right. Now the New York Giants. Most likely trying to look back or trade back here, as they do have some needs. I don't think they're going to get anyone wanting to trade up for Mac Jones. Anyone wanting to trade up for corner? Let's see. No. You know what? Let's do this trade. Here's the 3rd trade of the draft. We're going to have, what's their names, man? The Chargers are going to trade up. The Chargers want to trade up. They're going to get Rashawn Slater, who they can play at tackle or guard. He's also played a little bit of center, not very much, but he has played almost every position on the offensive line, and his technique is the best in the class. I talk about Penei Sewell and how his footwork and his technique is bad. Rashawn Slater is the complete opposite. He's smaller, he's got stockier arms, but his technique And he's still fairly athletic. I think you can put him on an island out there at left tackle, and he will hold his own because of that technique and his decent athleticism. So I think this is a trade that was rumored earlier. It was posted on the Chargers Instagram account or Twitter account and then deleted right after. So let's see. Let's be the Giants. And we're looking to trade back. And who was it? The Chargers. Oh my God. There we go. All right. So pick 11. And they'll give 13. And they also gave up 77, I believe, in the other thing. So we'll go ahead and just do the same trade. 13 and 77. Offer acceptance is unlikely. Okay. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to switch the teams around. So we're going to say, shoot. Oh my God, I'm struggling with this. All right. Let's do find a trade. So we'll be the Chargers. We'll trade with the Giants. So Chargers will give up our first and our third for their first. To trade up 2 spots, they're giving up a first-round pick. And it still says unlikely. This is baloney. So we'll start giving. I mean, what do you want me to do? Jeez Louise. All right, look, let's throw in our first next year, even though this is not what they're going to actually do. Review the offer. Unlikely. I'm offering 2 firsts, a second, and a third to move up 2 spots. And it's saying unlikely. This does not make any sense at all. Well, because Dave Gettleman doesn't move back. That's why, really? I understand that this. Okay. So this drafting simulation system, this mock draft system from the Draft Network that I'm using, is very good because it takes into account historical data, team needs, player positioning. It takes into account a bunch of different things. And since Dave Gettleman, over the past how many years, 10 years, has not moved back in the first round, it is refusing. It's refusing to take any trade I give it. I'm gonna get kicked off YouTube if I do that. So I just tried to offer the number here. Whoops. Look at this. All right. There we go. That's better. All right. I just tried to offer 13 overall, 77 overall, next year's first, and next year's second, just to move up 2 spots to 11. And the Giants refused to do it in this because of Dave Gettleman never coming up, which is awesome. I love that about this simulation thing, but it's a little frustrating. So, all right. So we're going to pretend that they traded up. So we just make sure that we don't take Rashawn Slater in the next 2 picks. So New York Giants at 11. When they move back to 13, they're going to take Devontae Smith. I do think Devontae Smith goes there. I don't know why I think that, but I just think that, okay? All right. So this is a team with a lot of needs. Philly wanted to stay at 6 so they could take one of those pass catchers from Bama or Jamar Chase. Sadly, all of them are gone now. They could take a corner because they do need corner. Trying to think who they're going to be getting rid of because they're in a bad cap situation too. They have Fletcher Cox, could be getting rid of him too. Could get a corner, could get a tackle because they don't really have many. Who's their left tackle? Is it Lane Johnson right now? Or no, he's still on the right side. Andre Dillard is going to be the left tackle. Andre Dillard. So, What if, I don't think they'd like Rashawn Slater. Anyways, interesting. Interesting. I'm trying to figure out what I think they would take here. They could take another receiver, even though they just got Rager in the first round. I don't think they will. They could take a linebacker. They could take a tackle, or they could take a corner. So maybe J.C. Horn goes off the board right here. I think that's a good pick. I think that's a really good pick. I don't think Howie Roseman makes good picks, but that could be a good pick. All right. And Rashawn Slater goes off the board there. We already talked about him. So now, Skull Nation is on the clock. They need to shore up this offensive line. They also need defensive end help. So they can get Elijah Vera Tucker. They can get Christian Barmore on the inside, or they can get Jalen Phillips on the edge. I mean, technically, they could also get Darisaw, but I think they're liking more of a guard instead of a tackle, which would be Vera Tucker. So let's see what this is. This next offensive line edge. What do you think? I think the interior offensive line class is pretty deep. So let's say the Minnesota Vikings are going to take Jalen Phillips, edge out of Miami. He's going to be very, very good as long as he stays on the field. He had concussion issues at UCLA, had to retire from football, decided to come back, transferred to Miami, and was a beast this season. So there's that. Now you got New England at 15. They get quarterback. Mac Jones is still here. The system that they are running right now and how inaccurate Mac Jones can be deep downfield, I don't see Belichick pulling the trigger on him. I just don't. I don't think they take a first-round quarterback. I think they're looking to trade back here or, get another corner because get a linebacker? They're going to draft this guy. Yes, correct. They are going to. That's yeah. This is. Did you not hear, Toby? This is 100%. This is the leaked first round. Like they already did it. Yeah, they already did the draft. It's not even gonna be live tonight. I got the copy early, so I'm trying to show you guys the craziness that went down already. So, I think they're gonna be looking to trade back. But who's wanting to trade up for Mac Jones, a couple offensive linemen? No one. No one at all. I don't see many trades happening from here. And so they're going to be stuck at 15. They might be able to trade back a couple spots. But other than that, I think they're sitting tight. So they could go receiver with like Rashad Bateman. I don't think they do that. Elijah Moore shot up draft boards. I could see them going. Is Jamin Davis one of their kinds of guys? And there's no such thing as a reach with Bill Belichick. All right. Let's draft him for the Patriots. All right, let's give him Christian Barmore. You know, they could use another inside. It doesn't say it on here other than way over here. They think they need linebacker, but they've got Hightower. They got some guys. Need quarterback, yeah, but they'll get that in the second round. I think that's what they're going to try to do. If they could trade all the way back to like 30, I think they would. I think they want to go as far back into the first round as possible. And then I think they take them on way back there. But right now, I don't think anyone's biting. They can take a linebacker, but Zaven Collins is kind of their kind of guy. Man, this is hard. This is probably the hardest pick I've done so far. Jamin Davis is athletic. Would he pay? Whoever I pick, Brandon's going to yell at me anyway, so. Oh, man, I really don't know. I guess. Crap, man. Does it say they need tackle? Corner? And, oh, maybe get a corner and they'll trade. What's his face? I like Greg Newsome. I think Caleb Farley's more the guy. All right, so they'll get Caleb Farley. They'll trade Stephon Gilmore for a second at 16. We've got the Birds, who also really would have loved to have Caleb Farley there. Wow, I feel like I am crapping all over this mock draft. This is not a very good one. I'd like to talk more, but I just don't even know. I mean, they just got an athletic linebacker in Isaiah Simmons with Jamin Davis. Could they go 2 for 2 and get 2 of them with Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah as well? Does that sound stupid? Because it feels stupid in my head. Would they get Rashad Bateman to take over the Larry Fitz role? Play in the slot? He's a beast in the slot. They just got J.J. Watt. Do they need linebacker? They need linebacker, corner, interior offensive line. Did they just get Greg Newsome? Let's just give them Greg Newsome. Make them happy. Okay, next up, this one's an easy pick. So you got all these guys. Christian Darrisaw is falling, but that's not their kind of guy. Their kind of guy is Tevin Jenkins, man. He's a beast in the run game. So they'll take Tevin Jenkins. Now, all the way back here at 18, trading from 9 to 18, Detroit, or what's their name? Denver. They've got plenty of wide receivers. Mac Jones is still falling. I think Denver might trade back again. Just the 20. Just trade back 2 extra spots. Why? I should have had Chicago trading up with New England, but I'm stupid, so I didn't. So we'll just have Chicago trade up here. Let's see. Because they will get their star quarterback. Here, let's trade 2 spots. So we'll give that a 5th round pick. And we'll do next year's 4th as well. So you get a 4th and a 5th to trade back 2 spots. Next year's 4th and a 5th this year to trade 2 spots. I think that's fair. Just the 5th is fair. So we'll just do the 5th. And the Bears don't have to give up very much to get their next franchise quarterback, just Mac Jones. By franchise quarterback, I mean franchise for the next 3 years before they draft another quarterback. All right. So Washington is another team who I've heard rumors they might be trying to go up. I don't think so, though. Obviously, here it didn't happen. So they need a little bit more on the offensive line. The front 7 is legit. You can get them a safety. Ooh, you know what? This player just came to me. Let's get JOK, the Joker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, linebacker safety hybrid in that Ron Rivera, whatever defense they run there. I think he'll be really good in that system. So JOK goes at 19. So now the Denver Broncos, who traded back multiple times, picked up – how many picks do they have now? I don't know. They picked up a lot of picks, which is good for them. They're going to need linebacker. Their offense is pretty good. They could always go for another lineman. But other than that, they're good. Like if they could get a guy that could play tackle or interior, awesome. But I think what they really need help with is to bring that defense back to what it was back in the day. So you can get an edge rusher like Kwity Paye to go alongside. Do they still have Von Miller? I think they still have Von Miller and Bradley Chubb. So Kwity Paye can be in there. You can get Jamin Davis, athletic linebacker. Christian Barmore, but I don't think he goes here. Or you can get offensive guys. Azeez Ojulari, that's pretty nice. So I'm going with an edge. Jamin Davis is nice too, man. You know what? Should we go Darisaw? I just see him sitting here. He looks so sad. Kwity Paye, though, would be so freaking nice, man. All right, let's just give him. Does anyone? Yeah, we'll go ahead and give him Darisaw. Christian Darisaw. And they picked up a bunch of draft picks, too, so good for them. Or I guess they didn't pick up a bunch. They just picked up that fifth rounder, but they also got that corner, Xavier Howard from Miami. So, all right. Need a tackle, need a corner. Of course, they need a wide receiver. And this is where Rashad Bateman or Elijah Moore. They have Paris Campbell. They don't need Elijah Moore. They're going to be doing the same exact thing. So you get Michael Pittman on one side, Paris Campbell on the inside. Rashad Bateman can go inside, outside. Because there's no tackles really worth it right here. Leatherwood, no thank you, man. I'm not a big Leatherwood fan. I think he can be okay. Sam Cosmi is raw. I could see him going here, though. Eric Stokes, no. Rashad Bateman. Let's give them Rashad Bateman. 22. I mean, they need edge. They need corner. They need receiver. They need tackle. They basically need everything. I think they're going to fight a little bit longer in the playoffs, but I don't see this team being together very long. They're going to have to start paying some of these guys. What did this thing say? Really need safety, corner, receiver, linebacker. Let's give him Kwity Paye. There, ta-da. All right, Jets are up on the clock for their second pick. They can get another receiver, which actually that might be nice. Receiver, edge rusher, running back. They honestly, oh man, because who's their starting running back? Well, Michael Pirine. So they could get Najee Harris or Travis Etienne or Javonte Williams. And I think what they're going to try to do in this offense, Travis Etienne is their pick. Boom, they can get an edge rusher later. Joe Tryon would be the guy for them. I don't think Azeez Ojulari. All right, Pittsburgh's up on the clock. Easy. This is where Najee comes off. Easy. All right, 25. We have the Jaguars on the clock. So Jaguars can do a lot of things. They can get Christian Barmore, who would be amazing for them because you can finally get defensive tackle from FSU. Marvin Wilson, nah, dude, he's going to be a fifth-round pick. Ready? Boom. Oh, I thought I was going to land on him. I don't know why. I actually thought I'd be able to do it. Bobby Brown. Yeah, no, man, he fell off. ETN, yeah, it's a scheme fit. I think Najee is a better back, but ETN won over Najee because of the scheme. And I think Christian Barmore is probably the play here. They need tackle. There's not really a guy there. If they want Sam Cosmi, he's a right tackle. Is he a right tackle? Is he a left tackle? Did Sam Cosmi play left tackle? If he did, he might be the guy. But here's the thing. This is what I'm looking at for Jacksonville. You got Sam Cosmi. Did he play left tackle? 30. All right, so he played both. He played left and right. He's 6'7", 310 pounds. He's going to be a right tackle, most likely in the league. So, it's Sam Cosmi. You can try him out at left. Liam Eichenberg. Come on, where's the other guy? Trayvon Moehrig, the safety from TCU, or Christian Barmore. And I think they're okay not taking a safety right here because they can get Richie Grant at 33. I honestly think that. You're not thinking like a true NFL draft team. You need to get some paper, tape to the wall, throw a dart, whatever name you hit. That's what I did for a couple of these guys. Honestly, a couple of these guys, I felt like an idiot. The Patriots especially, like with the Patriots, I was just sitting there. I was like, I guess they get Caleb Farley. And then I could have traded back to 20. Got Mac Jones at 15. But, oh, well, it happens. Luckily, I'm not actually drafting for people. I think Christian Barmore is the play. I think defensive tackle. He can play 3 technique. He can play 1 technique. He can stop the run. He can pass rush. And that's kind of what they're missing on that defensive front. If you have K'Lavon Chase on one side, getting some pressure, and you have Josh Allen on the other side, Christian Barmore, and some other guy in the middle, I think that'll help the defense out a lot. So, Christian Barmore at 25. All right. 26, we've got the Cleveland Browns. They also need interior defense. They could take an edge rusher that can sit behind Jadeveon Clowney for a year. I think they're fine on wide receiver unless they're going to trade away the dude, OBJ. So I think my favorite pick of this one would be Jason Oweh from Penn State. Edge rusher, he'll sit behind Jadeveon Clowney. He's a physical freak. He just doesn't have the technique. So it's basically a waste of a first-round pick this year. But if they can get him right, he will be a Pro Bowler. I think so. All right. Now we've got the first of 2 Baltimore Raven picks. So the Ravens could go ahead and get themselves, a weapon. I think they do. Now the question is, do they get themselves a scatty guy like Kadarius Toney or Elijah Moore, or do they get a big-bodied guy like Terrence Marshall? He's not even that big. He's what, 6'1", 6'3". He's more like 6'2". He's 6'2", 200 pounds, but he is a very aggressive guy. So I mean, you get a guy like him. Wow, Amari Rodgers has shot up draft boards. That is crazy. I think that's who they do. They either get him, they get an edge rusher, or they get a tackle. I think it's wide receiver right here. Then they'll get an edge next round, and then another wide receiver. So, or Azeez Ojulari. Oh, they got 2 picks. Hey, how about that? All right, let's do Azeez Ojulari on this pick, and then Detroit is sitting back here. They get a wide receiver. They need wide receiver, actually. That's a good point. And they want an aggressive dude. So you've got scrappy guys in here because that's what they like. So I'm going to give them Kadarius Toney. I love it. I love it. All right. So now Need to get another tackle. David Bakhtiari is on that left side. I don't know where Bakhtiari, if he's a left tackle or right tackle. I'm kind of stupid, but they need another tackle, another weapon, a cornerback to replace Kevin King. So looking for corner. There is no corner. Oh, look at that. Kelvin Joseph. Oh, that would be such a reach. Oh, Eric Stokes. Look at that. Still not very good. I kind of like Eric Stokes, though. Huh. If not, they could get a tackle like Leatherwood or Sam Cosmi. Liam Eichenberg's a left tackle, right? Let's see. Left tackle. Gap power, heavy rushing offense. No, that's obviously not where they're going to be. So let's give them Samuel Cosmi. And then next round, they can get a quarterback. They also need a corner, though, but it's not going to happen. Get them Samuel Cosmi. Man, this is bad. This is such a bad draft. Buffalo. Let's see. I know they want a running back. They've been talking about that. Corner would be cool. Edge rusher would be cool. All right. Now that we recap that, corner cool. Edge rusher Joe Tryon, probably going to be pretty cool. But congratulations. They have gotten Javonte Williams. He's going to fit their scheme perfectly. All right. And then who the heck did we say? We said they'd get Terrence Marshall here. Terrence Marshall in the first round. And then at 32. So I have 3 running backs going in the first round. I could see it happening. I could also see only one going. But I think all 3 of those guys are going in the first round this year. Excuse me. All right, the last pick. Honestly, they probably want to trade back here, but who wants to trade out? What are you looking for? They just got Levante David on a 4-year deal. I was going to say Jamin Davis to go alongside Devin White, but they already got their guy. Get another receiver. Don't need it, though. Joe Tryon. Oh, could they do Joe Tryon? Small. Joe Tryon. Huh. You know what? Edge rusher. Or another corner. It doesn't say they need that second corner. I thought they did. Joe Tryon is going to be the pick. So Elijah Vera Tucker falls out of the first round. That's crazy. I'm stupid, apparently. Joe Tryon. That's the pick. Ta-da. Finalize the draft. So going back over, Jaguars stayed put, took Trevor Lawrence. Number 2, Jets took Zach Wilson. Number 3, San Francisco took Justin Fields. Number 4, Falcons received some calls but decided to decline for Kyle Pitts. Number 5, Bengals took Jamar Chase. Number 6, Dolphins thought about trading back, wasn't getting anyone they really wanted, so they got Jalen Waddle. Number 7, what's their faces? The Saints traded all the way up and gave up their first next year, second this year, and their first this year to get Trey Lance. Very Sewell at 8, Micah Parsons at 9, because Miami traded all the way back up again. Patrick Surtain, Devontae Smith. Eagles stuck with J.C. Horn, got a second corner. Rashawn Slater went at 13. Jalen Phillips went at 14 to the Vikings. Patriots thought about trading back, but for some reason just sat and took Caleb Farley. Greg Newsome went right after that. Tevin Jenkins at 17. This pick's basically a lock. I'm calling this one a lock, man. Tevin Jenkins to the Las Vegas Raiders. Chicago got antsy, traded up 2 spots to get Mac Jones. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah went to the Washington football team at 19. Christian Darrisaw went to these guys, the Broncos. Rashad Bateman went at 21 to the Indianapolis Colts. Tennessee Titans took Kwity Paye, edge rusher. Jets decided to take Travis Etienne to be their starting back. Najee Harris went right after that to the Steelers, who still need a lot of offensive line help. Christian Barmore went to the Jaguars, who at 32 are probably going to take. Yeah, they'll probably still take Trevon Moehrig. Jason Owe went to the Browns. Zizo Ojulari went to the Baltimore Ravens. Kadarius Toney went to the Lions. Samuel Cosme went to the Packers. At 30, we had Javonte Williams, the third running back, go off the board to the Buffalo Bills. At 31, Terrence Marshall goes off the board to the second pick Baltimore had in the first round. And then Joe Tryon was the number 32nd pick to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right. That's that mock draft. Guess that's everything I have today. So, all right. That's it. That's where I'm going to end it. So have a good day, guys. Thank you.